maybe like me, I haven't done a seated posture in a while and my body wants to feel it. And I always say, like, what does your body really want? You know, what does it need? And you'll see I'm using blocks and a cushion because it really helps support without straining. And the cushion tilts the pelvis forward so that your spine more naturally lifts up. If you're seated on a chair, then you want to come to the edge of a chair. And I wanted to honor our bodies today with this prayer for the body, for entering into this time. So first, close your eyes or keep them opened and about 2 to 4 feet in front of you, and reach out of the crown of your head and just feel the body get settled as you find the breath. Finding the breath means, for me, where is it right in this moment? You know, where do I start? And then finding that inhale and the extended exhale is the second place I go, because I want to calm my limbic system. Now, the dancing piece, I always encourage you to consider the dancing piece because it really gets and releases tension, and it gets your body moving in so many directions, and your brain gets more balanced. And the study that I've sent out often that tells you why it makes you smarter. It actually lights up the whole brain. So I encourage you to consider doing a little dancing. Then inhale and exhale with that extended exhale. Find a flow for yourself, about 5 breaths. Continuing that breath pattern, then imagine it going through your heart. So you inhale the breath through your heart. And this is where the heart-brain coherence comes in. As we come into coherence, we're coming into this place of inhale, gratitude, appreciation, caring, and compassion through the heart. And find that extended exhale. Now, if you can bring an image to the heart of, something you're grateful for or have appreciation for something, then make that image clear in the heart to create an image and a thought, and the words like gratitude, the word gratitude ignites it even more to create the image, because then there's going to be 2 parts of your brain that are working. So we're going to inhale through the heart and awaken the neurites of the heart and the neurons of the brain. And when we come into heart-brain coherence, in the beginning of understanding this 40 years ago, as we started learning about this, we learned that the energy of the heart, or the electromagnetic energy of the heart, went out 500 times with the brain. Then, about 20 years ago, they said, oh, it's been measured 5,000 times out further than the brain. And then recently I came across the information that it goes out 10,000 times that of the electromagnetic energy of the brain. So we're actually expanding at the heart so that we can make a heart circle with all others that are doing this meditation at the same time. And we can also connect all of our other circles of women, and understanding that we are the flower of life. Now, if you don't remember the flower of life, getting that image in your consciousness and going back to the images that I send out, or Googling it and finding the images of the flower of life is a key to being able to use your imagination to remember how this flower of life works. And we're connected and connecting and connecting in our circle here, and then with our circles of women that we know. And you can see them perhaps all in your mind's eye. We're connecting the heart and the brain through gratitude, appreciation, caring, and compassion. And then just bring your hands, both of them, one on top of the other, on your the center of your chest. And imagine this heart chakra. Remembering that we're working with the combination, we're entering into a time from 7 chakras to 12 as we've raised our vibration. And so what we have here is the heart chakra of the green, this green color that sometimes is pink in some traditions. So you can imagine one or both of those colors and let that shine like a sun, like a star. Then bring the fingertips together, keeping that breath pattern if you can. The inhale, the exhale, all that we're connecting here through imagination. The thumbs come to the heart, the fingertips together, and this ignites all the other chakras from the heart down to the earth, and from the heart up to the universe as we travel the chakras. And the 12 chakras start below your body, and that's the Earth Star chakra, then go up through the body. They're all suns. They're not vortexes like the old system, but the vortexes are still there because we're right in the middle of the change. We'll bring the thumbs to the third eye and we go to imagination, inspiration, intuition, and integration, working with the control centers of the brain, because all of this is expanding the control centers of the brain. The color is deep indigo blue there at the control centers of the brain. Then tap the top of your head into that violet flame, the violet color, the violet transformational understanding, and open the arms up into that V. And the V is representing, to help you understand, that above the head is the soul star chakra. Above that is the galactic chakra, and above that is the universe chakra. And that's, we recognize these now because we know that we are just an energy form that is, big. We can be big or we can make ourselves small. We can live from the small self, or we can live from the universal self. And so we rise up, and I played that song today. Rise up. Then bring the hands to the heart and namaste to yourself, because remember, we're always starting with ourself, even with gratitude, appreciation, compassion, and caring. And I honor myself. I honor this moment. I honor that I've taken out this time to do this practice. I honor that I hold space for all of these other people, all beings. I hold space for peace. May we have peace, and may what we do here go out onto the world and make more peace. Then take a deep breath in and let it go with a sigh. As you release the arms, release the posture, so gently open your eyes. And then let go of the posture and come down to the floor, where we're going to do a little bit more of coming into the body. Bringing ourselves down. And if you're already down there, just rest. But if you've been in a seated posture, you'll feel the release. Drop the knees side to side, feet are flat on the floor. Then drop the knees to one side and turn the head to the other. And remember that you can always have blocks or cushion or whatever around to help the body be more relaxed. So those of us who have been dancing, you go from the dance to the connection uh, to the coming into meditation, then into the meditation slow mode in yoga. And as I enter into this sacred space of yoga, my intention is to honor and respect you, my body. As I dance within the movements and postures, I will watch with acceptance my physical sensations and emotional feelings, including pain and fear. I wish to align with you, body, as my teacher and friend. I have come here to open my heart and be more attentive to you. Then switch sides with this very gentle. You can do this more vigorous. All of you know the practice, gentle, moderate, or vigorous. Feet, knees, and thighs can be on top of each other, crossing one leg over and bringing the weight of the body down to that side is another more vigorous way to be. What I'm finding lately is that I need to know that what's happening all around me is affecting me, and I need to stay aware that it's affecting my body. When I go, what's happening to my body? Why do I have that sensation right now? There may not be an explanation, but it comes from the combination or combination of all these things that are happening. And also the raising of the vibration of the body through the expansion. Then come to center, feet flat on the floor, and press into the feet and up and down with that deep rhythmic breath at your own pace, as slow or as fast as you want, into the bridge. Inhale and exhale. And just keep reminding yourself that I wish to align with you, body. As my teacher and friend, I have come here to open my heart and be more attentive to you. And so inhale and exhale, and just be in the meditation of this simple movement, pressing the feet into the earth, shoulders, heart, head grounding into the earth. All of those chakras that are opening are the creativity, the fluidity, the going with the flow, the water, and the power. Going with the flow and staying in and expressing and being able to speak your truth of this power that's within you and the new creation that you're making. And this stuff that is happening in the world and all around us, inside, outside, all around, is a new creation. And whenever you have a new creation, you have those, and I've been trying to have you look at fractals, but the new fractals, but the fractals aren't stable. They're changing all the time. They're beautiful though. So the creation is meant to be incredibly beautiful. And it encompasses all of it. From the very bottom to the very top, from the very lowest of ourselves to the very highest. We're going to see the opposites everywhere. Next time you come up, just hold yourself there and pulse the hips to the ceiling. Again, if you want a gentler practice, have a block or a cushion and put it under the pelvis. This is helping with the back body core strength, which is your power in the back and the front. And you can imagine the chakras going out the back and the front. The energy system is all around you. And it doesn't care if you're on a floor, energy doesn't, it just goes through everything because everything is energy. And then stop for a moment and pause. Feel the strength you need to hold yourself there. Bring the arms down by your sides. Then walk in place and feel the strength you need for that. You can always be on a block or a cushion and just lift one foot up at a time. Then hold one side and decide whether you want to lift from there. You can lift one leg up and press into the opposite leg. You're going to strengthen from there. And then just see if you want to change sides. You know, do you want strengthening or do you need more relaxation? It's honoring and aligning with the body to open the heart. And then down, up onto the toes. Just noticing the changes in this one posture are part of the understanding of how you navigate the changes in the world. Then inhale, exhale yourself down, lengthen the legs out, reach the hands above the head, stretch from the heels of the hands to the heels of the feet, and hold your breath. Oh, and practice the holding of the breath. Knowing what that does, keep holding and holding, full breath in, and then relax. Fully relax, feeling the weight of the body. And if full relaxation means for you to bring your arms down by your sides, then do that. Then bring the feet flat on the floor and just a little bit more core strengthening. Press into the lower back, hands behind the head, and lift, gently lift. You can just press into the lower back without, just press and release. This is the next place to go. Exhale as you come up. And you can bring the feet up. Now, this is one of the beginning postures to be able to do the fire breath, which we did on Monday. And I said we'd do it all week. So as long as I remember, we'll do it all week. So feeling that exhale, and what happens when you exhale or blow out, there's a natural inhale, and you actually exchange a lot more oxygen and carbon dioxide than you might think. Then hold the posture. And again, all of these are done with alignment to your body, so slower or faster. And then pull the knees in. Take a deep breath in and out. Roll the knees in a circle, massage the lower back, and just take in, what is the lower back doing? Other direction. Then pull the knees in, open the knees wide, stretch the inner thighs, roll the ankles. Now, those of you who want a little bit more core, then lift the head, open up and don't hold on to the knees. All of that requires a little bit more strength there. You can always hold hands behind your head. Then head comes back down, feet come up. Find your happy baby posture from, behind the knees, onto the shins, up onto the toes, and just be there for a moment. Breathing. And today we're going to let go of the toes and do sea anemone. So sea anemones have all these tentacles. So what they do is they then ground into the spine, ground into the earth, ground into the ocean if you want, on, hooked onto a rock. Imagine a sea anemone, let go of the toes. And the gentle posture is just to wiggle fat hands and arms and toes. The moderate is to bring the head up. And the vigorous one is to reach out and up and over, ground into that lower back. Breathing and moving with as much movement and space, taking up space, and then noticing as you're moving the flow, and then pause and just freeze for a moment and just notice the space and the space between. That space and space between is a teaching to expand the understanding of everythingness and nothingness in present at the same time. And then pull the knees in, take a deep breath in. Another big exhale. Remember that ah sound opens the heart, the ah sound. works here. And then rock yourself up. Now, I also said on Monday that we would stand up more today, and we will. So first, knees side to side. So we're going to do the Dancing Warrior series, which we haven't done. We usually do it about once a week, those of you that are coming 3 times a week. And then bring the knees around, and so you can come up onto hands and knees. Take a moment to ground yourself and see what you need. And then remember to protect the knees if they need a little bit more protection. Cat cow. Notice how you can inhale and exhale with this movement, and you can go again as fast or as slow as you align with your own body. Then hold in one direction and just feel the shape. And then hold in the other direction and find the breath. Come to center and get ready to come up. So tuck the toes and press into hands and feet equally. And you can stay with knees bent. You can work this for a hamstring stretch, one heel back, the other heel back, and just see how your body takes it on. You can have your hands on blocks. You can have your hands on a table. You don't have to have hands on the floor, base of a chair. And then walk yourself forward or walk yourself back. Hang over for a moment in ragdoll or supported squat up on your hands. So you've got lots of options. And you can also do standing forward bend, which would be an option for me with a block if I want standing forward bend. Otherwise, it's ragdoll, supported squat, elbows on the knees or hands above the knees, which I also like because I can flatten my back and stretch my legs. Then find your breath and consciously, as though you could stack one vertebra on the other, you press into the feet and come up, all the way up. Arms come up, little tiny back bend to counter that fold, and then hands to the heart. So shake the body out. And just keep shaking for a moment. Those of you who didn't really dance, you can use this as the dance time. Just sort of let the body go, shake it out, play a little bit, and then find your feet. So standing postures. We're going to start with the half sun salutation. Again, once a week, we'll do a major standing series, and that's going to be probably Wednesday after we kind of wake up from the weekend, and then we go into the weekend after a big week. So hands at the heart. Inhale your hands down and up and into a tiny back bend. Swan dive down. Be a swan. And then ragdoll. Straight legs, flat back, look up, and the hands go wherever your back does. So some people's hands are on the floor. Some people's hands are above their knees. Then bend the knees again, and it's ragdoll. Now, if ragdoll doesn't work for you and you need a little support, remember, if you can always have a block. You can always have the base of a chair in front of you. Then bend the knees and up and back into your heart. So we're going to do that 3 more times in honor of the 4 directions, in honor of us, really being able to expand out. So inhale down and up and back. Swan dive down, bend the knees. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, inhale up and back into your heart. Inhale down and up and back. Swan dive down, bend the knees. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down, inhale up, and imagine everybody else on the planet that's doing the sun salutation right now. Inhale down and up and back. Swan dive down, bend the knees. Straight legs, flat back, look up. Exhale down and inhale up and back into your heart. Sometimes you have to get the movements and the breath comes second. So don't worry about the breath as much as once you get the movements in your body, then you can do the inhale and exhale more easily in synchronicity. Okay, so breath of joy. We're still kind of getting here, and we're going to be 20 minutes up standing. So a breath of joy. 1, 2, 3, and a ha. Don't forget to say that ha and open your throat and know that that is helping you get anything that's been stuck there for you to have your voice and have your empowerment is right there at that throat chakra. So it's a ha, 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 as slow or as fast as you need. Last time. And hook up. And then getting ready for the the Dancing Warrior series. And remembering that this metaphor, all of yoga is a metaphor, and you can create your own metaphors and you can create your own understanding of how you're going to use this. But for me, step the right foot back and you bend the left knee, and the back foot can be turned a little bit to the side at an angle, or it can be perpendicular. People have different ways that their bodies want to go. You have to align with your own body. The arms can be at your heart, on your waist, or above your head. They can even be behind you. You can put a little back bend into this by having them behind you, and you can play with that. There's so many forms that when you align and you work with all these postures, you can go with the flow of your body. I am here, I exist in this physical body. I am a spiritual being having a physical experience, and I am having that physical experience for a reason. Because the richness of this thing called aliveness, this physical body allows us to experience all that this aliveness can be. Straighten the front leg, arms come behind you, look up. Now, those of you who have a lot of flexibility here, you can look down. You can have your hands down on your left leg. You can have your hands on the floor or on blocks. I've been liking this just to look up. You can even have a chair or a table that you hold on to, or the back of a couch, wherever you are, and you get a good stretch behind that left leg. Then bend that left knee and up, back to virtuous hero. Remember, it translates, Virabhadrasana translates from Sanskrit as virtuous hero. And you might consider that part of yourself that's the virtuous hero. And then left hand down, right arm back, and you're in the second aspect of this series, this flow, this vinyasa. And this one, there's so many metaphors here, past, present, and future, all happening at one time, on lessons from the past, visions of the future. But you stand fully present in the torso from head to the feet. And that's where most of the action is. The other two are not, they're kind of in our consciousness, but they're not in this part of this full presence in the body. They're past and future. Then look up, Remember that you are the sky and everything else is the weather. Good old Pema Chodron, that's one of her statements. And then lateral angle gives us a new perspective on the whole thing. So you can have your hand above your knee, you turn to the side slightly, the elbow, or your hand can be down on the floor. So you're just playing with, where am I in space? And you're looking to the side and going, oh, new perspective. Then up, back. From here we go to warrior goddess. And you see, it's just a little switch. Feet just come to the center. And now just imagine us in a circle. Imagine our flowers of life, that geometric shape that contains all the platonic solids. It's kind of like the equation of all that is. And you're bending your knees and you've got this open heart. Hands are open because look, you know what women do. We use our arms. This is community. This is hugging. This is, wide open hands. And then 5-pointed star, sending it out. Imagine the star. Imagine the star that you are and the light that you are, and send it out. And again, warrior goddess. Take some breaths here. Feel the strength. 5-pointed star. You can imagine the star. Then drop the arms down. And again, you might want to block for this, or something that brings you up, a chair. It can be the base of a chair. You're going to come down. Some of you can come down there and have your hands on the floor. You're going to feel a different shape in the body. And what we're going to do is look underneath. So as you look underneath, you get a different perspective. We're going to be seeing all the opposites during this huge change that we're all going to experience for, many years. It's going to take years for this huge change to happen. And you can always look at something from upside down. Knowing the opposites helps us know how to come to center. We're supposed to experience the opposites. We're supposed to experience sadness so that we can experience joy. Now, taking your hand, bring the right hand down and the left hand up, and you're in a spinal twist. You can always bring that left hand behind you with a bent elbow. And you do the best you can. And again, a chair will help if you want to bring yourself up as high as the base of a chair. You can also do this on a table, flat back and just finding the spinal twist. And then other side. And you can always bend the elbow, put it behind you. And then down. Then turn the heels in and just go side to side. Your knee goes over your ankle and you go side to side. Now, if you have the flexibility and your hands are on the floor, you can take your fingertips, put them towards each other and see if you can bring the elbow down to the floor. It all is about you honoring the body that you have. You can always bring your hands up further, then pause on one side and just hold for a moment. And pause on the other side and hold for a moment. Then come together. Now we're going to come back up by bringing the feet in a little bit and then back to warrior goddess. Now, depending on whether you're watching the screen or not, you can just turn to the opposite side for warrior one, or you can go back to the side we started on, and instead of stepping the right foot back, you step the left foot back. So when you turn to the other side, the left foot ends up being back. And that's how the system kind of goes. So you kind of dance from warrior goddess to warrior one. And you're back to Ah, yes, a new perspective. I'm facing the other direction, perhaps, perhaps not. Straighten the front leg, arms come behind you, look up. Ah, or hands down on your knee or down on the floor and look down. Breathing, being present, honoring yourself. Then bend the knee, warrior one. Virtuous hero, go visit that place within you that can connect with and try to unravel that word virtue, virtuous, and unravel the word hero. We all have that virtuous hero. Warrior two. Oh. You can look behind you and see if you can get that left arm in alignment and both at the same height. But you know what? If you've got a shoulder or something that doesn't like that, then hand can go in the waist. You know, you're going to modify for yourself. Then look up, and you know what to think about this. Imagine the sky up there. Imagine that you have no limits and there are infinite possibilities. And then down, new perspective. Again, you have options. And then back up. And back up, warrior one. And warrior goddess. This time, we're going to turn right foot back, and you can put your hands on your waist or go to a wall or put your hands on your heart. We're going to go to the warrior three, which is a balancing posture we only do very few times. I'm going to go to the wall to show you because it's really nice to feel it on the wall. So you come from the wall and you have straight arms. You put your weight of your body onto the left foot and just lift the right up. And the toe points down, the hands are extended, and you look at the floor. Now, for those of you who want to do it without anything, you just put the toe behind you and come. The gentlest form is here. Hands at the heart and toe hold you up. You can just go up a little bit. You can go up further and keep looking at the floor. You can go down. You can put your hands on a chair, a table, a wall, and go up. Warrior three. Need the balance. Then onto the other side and warrior three. Again, hands. You can come to the wall. Very nice stretch here, just bending with both feet on the floor. Then take the weight of your body, put it into the left foot and right foot up. I can't remember which one I did. So let me see if I can feel it. So you just play. I always call it yoga play. You know, you're just really playing with your body. And again, you can just do your balancing from the toe. Lift the toe up just a little, lift the toe up more, look at the floor and see what you can do. And then come back. Shake out the body. Take a deep breath in with the arms go up and hands go down. Then arms up, toe balance. Notice the wobble of the feet. Allow them to wobble. You're strengthening your ankles. Then ride the wave, Utkatasana, remembering that you are the ocean. So, you know, ride the waves. You're the ocean. And the waves are everything else that happens. Now your hands can be at your heart, out front, above your head. Hang there for a moment. Feel that strength. Those of you who want a little bit more quad in here, then come up onto the balls of your feet. You know, so just see if that works for you. And then back down. We're going to come back down to the floor as we drop the chin to the chest. With every breath, allow the body to go a little bit further down. Take a breath, one breath at a time. Weight of the body comes down, all the way down to the floor. Step back into downward dog. And just see how revisiting this posture feels. Down onto the knees and back into child. Now remember, if child doesn't work for you very well, you can put a cushion on your knees, and you can put your head on a block. You know, how far does your body like to bend? Now you can either stay here, or if you still want movement, you can come up and come into upward dog and come back into child. I like this because it's just a deeper back bend than we've done so far. And it also gives my arms a little bit of strengthening time. Use the breath. And then back. So take a moment here. We're going to come up. I see the time. I just use up all the time. But we're going to come to seated. So we can do the fire breath. And then we will go about 5 minutes over again. So here you come to seated. And just see yourself, see and feel what happens after the practice, and then come to a seated meditation space. Feel the settling. And then on Monday, again, I introduced you to the fire breath, and I reminded you that on my YouTube channel, you'll find the fire breath separated out as one of the videos. And it goes like this. And you breathe in and out of your nose if you can, but if it has to be out of your mouth, that's okay too. And you put your hands, to feel what's going on here, you can put your hands on your solar plexus. So it's a forceful exhale, like we did when we did that little half sit up or shoulder lift. So it's a so that is what you're working with, feeling. Now, if this doesn't suit you at all, just go to Shavasana. Just take a rest or go to a posture that you like. So take a deep breath in and exhale, and then begin. We'll start with just 10. And then inhale and fold the body over, and exhale all the way and hold the breath out. Hold the breath out. Then bring the body up part way. Inhale part way. Then a deep inhale and all the way. So now we'll do a repetition of 20, and that's the system. I just wanted to show you that system again. And here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and begin. So it's an exhale. And then inhale. Exhale completely and hold the breath out. Hold the breath out as you fold the body over. Hold the breath out.
This is a place to notice nothingness. Then inhale part way. Bring your body up part way. Inhale all the way. And exhale. Remember, you can always do this in a chair if sitting on the floor doesn't work for you. One more time, and this time you're going to do this at your own pace, in your own timing, however many of these breaths you want to do. It's called the skull polishing breath. So you're going to see me, I'm going to show it to you really fast, but that doesn't mean you have to do it really fast. Inhale, exhale, and begin. And then inhale. And exhale, fold over, blow all the air out. Hold the breath out, hold the breath out. Inhale part way, bring the body up part way. Inhale all the way. And just sit for a moment in silence. When you feel ready, if you haven't already, then release this posture, come all the way down to the floor and just relax for a moment in Shavasana, letting the body come down to the earth. And we'll close in Shavasana to give you, you can just stay there for as long as you want. You can just turn off the video, all that you need to do, just be in the presence of yourself as much as you need to. So a gentle, comfortable, steady breath as you let go of all that we just did into the earth. Letting go, feeling the weight of the body through gravity. Merging with the quantum field as you understand gravity being one force. There's a weak nuclear force and a strong nuclear force. And there is the electromagnetic force. So you are light and energy. And just take a moment and see yourself merging in this netting, this field of energy that is described as a netting or a network. Feel gravity, feel the earth, feel yourself. And again, just in the world of timing, so you can get on to whatever you need to. The closure here is hands together at the heart, and just may we have peace, and may what we do here go out onto the world and make more peace. And again, just stay in Shavasana as long as you need. I'm going to slowly roll over to my side in fetal posture. Take a moment to take myself back to the infant. Then bring myself up as infants learn to do, as though I'm rebirthing in every moment with every time I do this. And then when my consciousness is ready, then I open my eyes and I'm going to find my way up in the best way for my body. So always doing it the best way for your body.